are known by the name Gakwamba farmers. They are 90% of the sugarcane farmers in the sugar belt where Mumias Sugar is stationed. Mumias Sugar was a monopoly of sugar production in the western region of the country until the politics of the day then decided to kill Mumias Sugar with the sole purpose of opening private sugar milling companies around Mumias Sugar for the purpose of getting the cane, the sugar cane that was the monopoly of Mumias Sugar. Several attempts were done, and at last Mumias Sugar's turbines were closed. For the last 3 years, several attempts to revive Mumias Sugar have been thwarted by the individual miller companies surrounding Mumias Sugar. When this was done, several court cases went to court. All these cases were amalgamated and transferred to Justice Mabea. And among the biggest investor in Mumias Sugar is the Kenya Commercial Bank, who now filed the insolvency with the sole purpose of taking possession of Mumias Sugar with a view of reviving Mumias Sugar. The court, Justice Mabea, allowed the insolvent administrator to move forward and start the process of reviving Mumias Sugar. That was the 19th of December 2021. On the 22nd, a lease was signed to Sarai Company, based in Uganda, which has roots in Kenya, to start actual reviving of the factory. On the 22nd at noon, after the lease was signed, at 2 p.m., more than 1,000 lorries, more than several tons of fertilizer were put in place, electricity was connected, farmers started farming the cane. As the farmers were farming, on the 27th, the losers in that bid filed a matter before the Kakamega High Court, where they got stay orders without disclosing. But indeed, there is a High Court matter in Nairobi which had issued the orders. The same, when we went and showed the judge there is a High Court matter in Nairobi, those orders were vacated. And perturbed, they moved to the Judicial Review Division for Justice Anthony Mrima and filed another matter. The same matter was coming up for hearing yesterday. It is slated to come again on the 24th January. By failure to get favorable orders before the Judicial Review Commission, the same people using another busybody filed another matter before the Justice Kwanyi, seeking to stop. We appeared before the judge. We have explained to the judge that this is forum shopping from Nairobi to Kakamega to Vihiga, back to the Judicial Review Division, now to the Commercial Court. The judge, in her wisdom, has said she needs to get facts properly in place. And she has appreciated our sentiments that stopping Mumias from rolling back to life is going to cost billions to the economy, Contracts have been signed. The person to pay those contracts, breach of contract, will be the citizens of this country. The economy of Western Kenya depends solely on the revival of Mumias. The graduates and students who have graduated from university, from Form 4, want to get jobs. Already they had been recruited and they were going to be recruited. Now it is in a limbo. The economy of this country and in terms of taxes is at stake. The judge agreed with us and said that this matter raises very serious national issues and therefore stayed the implementation for only 10 days. We have been told to come for full hearing in an open court on the 25th of January, so that we will be pushing for those orders to be vacated. And this is likely to be a serious attack on the sovereignty and the independence of the people of Western Kenya. The politicians taking advantage to fund those very many cases are not for the interest of the Mulembe nation. Sarai group of companies that are running the Mumias Sugar is a well-known multinational company and has given an undertaking that within 6 months, Kenyans will go to the supermarket shelves and pick their favorite sugar for their tea and for their uji called Mumias. These are disruptions towards that end. It is our instructions from our plans that this is purely politics, so that Mumias Sugar Company becomes the subject of a political question to determine the elections of 2022. We are strongly going to put our position, the farmers, that Mumias Sugar is no longer a subject of 2022 political chessboard, because already a list has been given. The question of whether it was value for money does not arise. The money was a KCB loan. KCB person appointed their own receiver. The receiver has awarded a contract to Sarai to do their job. So we are appealing to the country to rally behind Sarai so that this project that has been turned into a white elephant because of politics is completely removed from the political realm, and it runs itself as a commercial entity that will generate employment and bring tax and stability for the economy of Western Kenya and by extension the whole country. So our position, which you have heard, is that the politics of making Mumias a subject of discussion for 2022 should stop. The court has agreed with us. That is why by the 25th of January, we are certain and we are sure that the orders that have been given for the interim purposes will end. That's all.